What's up, Lite Nation?
What's up, Brite Nation?
All right, you guys, so we're at Easter Jeep Safari 2023. We've just dropped Beck's LJ off at the MagnaFlow booth. It looks absolutely stunning. However, we also brought the Demon Child and
the Rover.
So we're gonna go wheeling. So the wind is pretty insane today, so I was not exactly planning to film a whole lot, other than just like beautiful views and some B-roll. However, something has happened that we have to talk about. Chris!
Hi.
What'd you do?
I broke it, I think.
Big pop from the rear end, unfortunately, and then we're kind of checking out. All of the drive shafts are still intact. However, the back one is free spinning, which means, it just means go faster. We're hooking up a tow strap to the back of the Demon Child. We're just gonna basically have it prepped to pull Chris over anything he might need to be pulled over. You having fun, Chris?
Oh yeah. Try to go that way.
There you go.
Totally no.
What did you say?
Chris is a real Jeep now. They'll ride up everything. All right, so as you can see, we're actually using a Factor 55 tow rope because the kinetic rope should be used for kinetic pulls. A tow rope should be used for towing. Also, this has a sheathing to it. Like the rope is inside the sheathing. So this is meant to be drug along the rocks and the ground and everything, where a kinetic rope has zero protection at all. So although I do have one in here, that's not what we're gonna use right now because it's not the right tool for the job. Although if that's all you had, obviously use it.
Yeah.
But if not, and you might find yourself in a situation, it is good to have the Factor 55 actual tow rope. It's gonna bend it down.
Let's put a jack under it?
Yeah.
Pull the bumper down. A little bit.
Somewhere.
You got the tire angling outwards.
Yeah, I see that. That's funny. Just go ahead and align it for me while you're down.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than it was, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Let's get into the metal.
I'll get your face out of there just in case something lets go.
Yeah. Just overbend it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put an extra. I mean, it might
let's straighten out the wheels. Let's see.
Yeah, it might be.
I mean,
if you can hold it there, you
Yeah.
No. You just got to be real easy.
I didn't even notice this, but.
All right, so this isn't what you normally want to do, but
Well, I mean,
you don't have
you also don't normally want to bend your tie rod,
so
but
that happens. Like this is something you can do, and it's good to have a winch. It's possible you can damage some other stuff in the meantime, but we are out pretty far away from town. We're on a trail, and you're just trying to get the tie rod just straight enough to drive the vehicle. Now the tie rod is completely compromised at this point, so he's got to be super easy getting back. The wheels and tires are straight enough now that I do believe he can drive it out. A lot of this stuff is thinking on your feet and kind of like redneck ingenuity, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. You just got to use what you have. We could also put a vehicle behind him and run a winch all the way to the front and then try to winch it back, but this works. Also, and the reason we put the jack under here is because the tie rod was wanting to rotate forward when we were winching it back, and that would eventually just have enough pressure to snap the ball joints on the tie rod. So we're using the jack to keep the tie rod up. So now it's time for our kinetic rope. We are going up like 3 waterfalls. Generally we come the other way and you just come down them. We should have turned around a long time ago when he broke, because that would have just been easy out, but that's not fun.
Oh well.
That's not fun. So we're gonna double up the kinetic rope here to shorten it up and double it up to both the tow hooks on the back of the Demon. We'll see what happens. Hopefully his bumper and recovery points up here hold.
Oh God.
I know I said
Okay.
well, I said, hey, since your stinger's up top and we're climbing, let's go to this. He goes, oh, no, we don't want to go to that. That won't make it. And I was like, but the stinger's also attached to the bumper, so like. Before that. Yep. Yeah. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. There you go. Oh, you let out.
What do you do?
Yeah, he let out. Not pull out. He let out.
Awesome, babe.
Now that we're off the trail safely, I'm over here with my good buddy Justin from Factory 55. We're at the Factory 55 Warren booth. I had to show him what we just did on the trail because sometimes I'm not quite sure I'm doing it right.
Hey man, it's a perishable skill. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Well, the more you practice, the better you become. But ripping bumpers off of FedEx trucks.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that later.
So I just want to jump in really quick on the situation, what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I've got your what's the big kit called here?
The Bora.
The Bora.
Right. So all of our kits, again, right, just to reiterate this, we were named after the mountain ranges in Idaho, right, where we manufacture all of our equipment. And so the Bora kit being the biggest kit, Bora is the tallest peak in Idaho.
Knowledge bomb.
Little fun fact.
Didn't know that.
Fact, yeah.
So this thing has everything you need for recovery. Like literally,
it's
everything
yeah,
you need.
It's literally everything.
So we had this in the Bronco for the Arctic trip, and when we got back, I didn't have time to like pack all my other Factory 55 gear because our house is a mess. So I just grabbed it right out of the Bronco, threw it in the Demon, and we came up here.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then Chris decided to break his Land Rover like 100 yards in on the first trail. So I went to your Bora kit, and this is what I grabbed. Now I call this a rope here.
Okay. Kevin, have you learned nothing? How many years have we been doing this, man? This is a flat, static tow strap. It's a strap. It's a flat sling.
Okay, but
yeah.
But we're on rocks and stuff, and
Yeah.
and I know everybody's gonna like, why don't you just use a kinetic rope?
So the reason why, okay, is you don't use kinetic energy in the rocks, right? You only use kinetic energy in compression terrain, which is sand, snow, and mud.
See?
Chris, sand,
Snow, deep snow.
and mud.
And then you want to put it across a proper recovery point.
Yeah.
Not a plastic bumper.
Yeah, no.
That's a different video. You might have seen that one. So, okay, so this is the proper use for this. I'm pulling them up obstacles and whatnot, but pretty easy stuff. And I notice it does have a sheathing on it, and I'm assuming that's for?
Well, so it's for abrasion resistance, right?
Okay.
So you have the two versions of the toe straps, right, that we offer. You have the standard duty toe strap, you have the extreme duty toe strap. Now the extreme duty version here, the only difference between these two, literally the only difference is there's Cordura sleeving around the entire strap on this one. And this is just the webbing exposed. So the reason why we initially made this was mostly for like the military, right, when you're dealing with like chemicals or other types of things that could penetrate into the webbing and the polyester fibers that these straps are made out of. The other thing is for abrasion resistance. So if it's dragging on the ground, or like even this year with the hammers, like when we were talking about the anchor points and stuff, that this could be around rocks and then protect it from like sawing through those fibers.
Gotcha.
But it's the same 2-ply, 2-inch wide, 2-inch thick toe strap, just with that same Cordura sleeving
at the end,
only on the whole strap instead of just.
Well, sick. Is there anything else quick in the kit?
So this is like, I mean, it is the literal pile of recovery gear. I mean, you've got the long extreme duty, the 10-inch extreme duty. It comes with the standard duty. It comes with all of the short slings. These are really good if you come across like unconventional vehicles, like Nissan sedans, Subaru Outbacks, and places they don't belong.
Yeah.
Right? For all you Jeep people out there. So now you can attach these to small places of vehicle for extraction purposes. The 8-foot tree saver, and it comes with the kinetic energy rope, right? Everything fits in the bag. It's got the fit, it's got the shackles, it's got the pulley, pockets to stow everything.
I need to learn this one day from you.
Oh,
we won't go over that now. That's too complicated. That's a whole class.
That'll be a whole thing.
That's a whole class. So that's snatch block. Awesome. The reason I love this so much is it weighs nothing. You go to your traditional snatch blocks and they're
you want to see a little hot tip about this? So this is I'm gonna show you guys a little sneak peek, man, for everybody watching.
A little sneak peek.
You're gonna love this. So right in here, we also work with a company called Innovacy out of Seattle, Washington. So those pulleys are actually used in underwater rigging in the Gulf.
Oh, that's sick.
Is that rad?
Yeah, I see the little teeth on it and everything.
So dude, the deal is that the billet aluminum is almost neutrally buoyant underwater. It's mil-spec hard anodized, with the type 3 hard anodizing in the water, and so what that does is it protects it from corrosion, right? But they don't weigh anything. So now a diver can go down underwater with 10 pulleys and go set them all up without weighting his ass down to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that's
just
sick.
All this stuff came and adapted from the marine industry and
to begin with, yeah.
It's a perfect connection right there. So dude, it was a well executed recovery. I mean, it really was.
Thank you, sir.
You did a great job.
I learned from the best.
Little terminology gonna adjustment.
Okay, a strap. I get it. A rope is round, a strap is flat. Gotcha.
Seems pretty obvious to some of us.
Thanks, buddy. So we got off the trail, got Chris off the trail safe and sound. We're doing top of the world. All the girls are driving all the Jeeps. Brittany's got both the dogs.
I have both the dogs. Because even though I'm driving, Kevin can't do my job where he films and puppy sits.
Are you gonna drive or are you gonna get stuck?
No, I'm not gonna get stuck. Easy peasy.
Well, you got another one. Supercharger. Give it the beans. Say hi.
Hi guys.
It's a pretty big list here. How many rigs we got? We're around like 30, 40 rigs.
Look at this dog right now. That can't be comfortable. Hi, Beans.
This is how close we are to the edge of the Jeep right now. If I could go further, you'd see over the cliff. You get a cool shot, get cool photos of the Jeep way out here on the ledge like this. Freaking crazy. So it's close to a month after our Arctic trip. We find ourselves on the trail yet again with Mel.
We brought the snow.
And you brought the...
I got my same Arctic gear on.
A month later, he brings us to beautiful top of the world at Moab, Utah, and it's absolutely stunning. But like, why is it snowing
I
again,
have
Mel?
no idea, man. I live in the desert.
We're definitely going to be away from the snow. Nope, it's snowing right now. Literally, it's snowing. Wow, that's a hell of a view.
It's a lime. Do you like the lime? Jelly's even liking it. Here.
Oh, now
Okay, now they're done.
Next, I'll give you a jalapeno.
Don't do that.
Cilantro?
Shade it.
Hey, she's gonna have good smelling breath now. Lime and cilantro.
Here we go.
Next
now it doesn't smell like cow
we're
poop.
gonna cook you up like a wiener taco dog.
Cilantro.
You like the cilantro?
All right, we're getting back on the trail, heading back down. Peanut's gonna drive on the way back. I have faith in you. She can't even see out of the steering wheel. And while Peanut drives, Jelly's just doing whatever that is.
Yeah, she just rests her head on my arm. The dog's got tired of my lap. They'd both rather be in Mom's lap while she drives.
I drive. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
They're gonna get a rude awakening here when you come off that ledge. Shh. Don't wake the dogs.
Late last night, my buddy Josh was like, hey, just take my truck and take Phoebes home. So I just loaded it up last night, threw her on a trailer and brought her home, and now I'm gonna unload her. Oh yeah, check this out. When I'm too lazy to use the ramps. So that trailer was already here and it already had the ramp down, so I just back it up to it. I'm gonna take her off and then head back out to Moab in about 10 minutes. Quick turn and burn. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Because then this way, I didn't have to worry about driving her home and hoping that the rear end didn't grenade on me, but on the road again. Oh, I can wait to get on the road again. I'll tell you what, it is freaking 24 degrees at the house, so it's much warmer in Moab today, so can't wait to get back there.
So while we're at the vendor show, I also wanted to stop at Next Venture Motorsports. You know we love Dan at Next Venture Motorsports. They make a ton of cool stuff. Front bumpers, aluminum front bumpers, aluminum rear bumpers. The really cool thing, well, of course, the sliders. The really cool thing is this is the first ever Highline aluminum fenders. So there's a lot of companies that have aluminum fenders or aftermarket fenders out for the JL. None of them are Highline Rubicon fenders. They all kind of come straight out below the line, which what a sport fender would be, where this is the first ever made and designed Highline, because I kind of helped them design this. I had to make them a little bit narrower than the OEM fenders, but I told them you absolutely had to keep some kind of LED strip in the top because that's like a signature JL look. We're still working on it. This is the first prototype that's on here right now, but as you can see, it comes all the way up, actually higher than a factory Rubicon fender. So it comes all the way up. You still have a good piece of meat here, but it's narrower than factory fenders, so you're not going to hit them as much. And they're also working on reinforcements for them, so if you were to hit them, so they actually would hold up to leaning on a tree or whatnot. If you look inside, you can see the bracing that's going on. He's going to be adding more. Again, keep in mind, this is a prototype. This isn't the final production. So this is for front and rear. You can see in the rear as well. So he has prototyped these on a vehicle that had 42-inch Maxxis Trepadors, and they fit. So he has a whole cut back here where you cut the rear, put these fenders on, and the Maxxis Trepadors 42 inches actually fit inside, which is pretty cool. It looks like he also has a new like whole rock guard set up, so that's pretty cool. I don't have that on the Stepchild, and I haven't seen those in person yet. And then of course the bomb-proof sliders that we've been testing and abusing for a few years now. you can't damage those things. And before we take off, I do have to mention that he has brand new corner armor and brand new flush tail light setup. So ours has like the more rectangular version. He also now has this oval, we call that oval, We'll call that oval. So, and it's kind of cool. It has the LED backup lights built right in. And of course, one of our favorite mods is the aluminum skids with the UHMW. This right here, you absolutely need if you're going to get anything for protection for your Jeep. The next venture, aluminum skids with the UHMW. Don't get them bare aluminum. You need the UHMW, trust me. It makes a world of difference when you're off-road sliding on rocks. So we've moved the LJ from MagnaFlow over here to Rock Krawler. So they're inside today and everybody's loving that. Now that we're at Rock Krawler though, before we head down to Jeep Beach, I've got to show you what Rock Krawler has going on because they've got a whole lot of stuff that we haven't covered, and that's what's fun about these events is that companies bring out all new product. And Rock Krawler has new stuff for the Bronco and new stuff for the JL. The JL stuff is like something that people have needed because there's some really there's some really big problems with tie rods, and we even
inherently glaring issues with some of the products on the market now.
Yeah, so let's start with that.
So basically, we've done aluminum steering for a long time on JKs. We didn't bring it into the JL market because we knew it was going to get revamped. So what you see here in front of us is a 7075 aluminum tie rod. The ends are forged chromoly housings. The joints in them are proprietary to us, and they are completely rebuildable. They offer a mechanical stop as far as giving you enough roll for the Ackerman sweep, but not letting the tie rod flop inches up and down.
Gotcha.
The biggest thing that you'll see different between ours to the competition is
that this one's not broken.
This one is not. No, this one is not.
I had
everything could be broken.
I know, but I literally had a friend that had the same aluminum setup that I did. He just got it, and he sent me a photo. He was out on his first trail, just put the thing on, and it broke exactly like mine did. It's never this, that's the problem. It's always the tie rod end.
So what you'll see is a lot of companies will offer a longer joint and shank threaded into the aluminum bar. So the aluminum bar actually physically gets shorter. To deflect aluminum, if the bar is longer, it will deflect easier and it doesn't transfer the stress into the joints.
Right.
So ours, having much shorter thread, allows the bar length to be longer, and that's what gives it a lot of memory properties, and you can hit it and it will flex and come back to where it was without breaking the ends.
Right, and that's the big part is the ends. The aluminum's going to flex and it's going to move, and you're not going to do that, but it's the ends that keep snapping, or it bends right here at the threads and breaks. And so Rock Krawler took care of that, and they've been testing. This has been on their Ultra 4 rig that went out to King of the Hammers. They have not had any issues with it.
We've been testing this thing for probably 2 years, 3 years now.
I've known about it, but I haven't been able to talk about it.
It's been in the background and hasn't gotten any limelight.
And then so you got these sexy billet arms. This looks like it's for the Bronco.
No,
it's not. What's it for?
Game changer. These are JLJK lower control arm. This is what we call the PB&J arms. Jeremy likes peanut butter and jelly.
We have a couple dogs. We have a couple dogs named that.
These are actually pure beef and jealousy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Is what he came up with. He probably shouldn't spend that much time on the road because he comes up with some pretty ridiculous stuff. But
drinking around the campfire.
Yep. So it's a solid 70-75. I believe it starts as a 2x3.
So this is just for bling and strength.
I
have the big.
Yep. So that's the Pro Series, which is a standard.
Well, I have the bigger ones.
Round stock. Yep. That will be something. Probably won't be till August, but he went as far as buying a new CNC machine just to make these. But yes, you will see a lot of Bronco parts coming out, like the tie rod ends.
Okay.
There you go.
Gun drilled joints, grease fitting threaded into the adjuster. So it will actually pass grease through the joint housing into the end because it's inaccessible once it's in the vehicle.
Right.
So this right here will absolutely outlast your factory.
Yeah, well, those
tie rod ends.
We know those just bend.
Forged clevis there to mount to the rack. Unfortunately, this will probably break a rack now. So,
74 Weld has
one thing after another.
74 Weld has that right now, so you can buy a billet rack from 74 Weld if you have a Bronco and actually want to wheel it.
Hopefully eliminating all the problems that new Bronco owners are seeing pop up more and more now.
For sure. Well, cool.
So,
Thanks.
definitely.
My head's red.
You got sunburned.
I did get sunburned.
You got
That's why I put
sunburned
it- I
while
know.
you're here.
Oh, your hands are cold. It feels good.
Yeah. So we kind of vlogged our way through Easter Jeep Safari this year.
Yeah,
and I'm not disappointed in what we sort of accomplished and what we showed you. This is actually a fun trip.
Like Brittany got to wheel the Demon, I got to play in the Dune some. We're not taking it on crazy hard trails and beating it up because we already have the stepchild for that.
This stepchild is still our red-headed stepchild.
Yes.
We're still gonna beat the crap out of it
and
once we get a transfer case.
Atlas is promising beginning of May we'll have an Atlas ready to go on the stepchild with put the new Dynatrack axles in it.
Yep.
And
She'll get her
ready to
overhaul
go. Yeah.
hopefully in just a couple months.
Yeah,
But
so-
if you were wondering why the stepchild is still down, that's why. We just haven't gotten all the parts needed to put her back together.
And to be honest, I like having the Demon nice. Like it's nice. I do enjoy it being nice. We don't need 2 beat up red Jeeps, right?
It's kind of nice to get in a rig that is like nice.
Nice. Yeah. So we are testing it out here and there, but it's
Yep.
by no means our like beat up rock crawlers. So that's why we're doing
Don't worry, she'll
moderate
get
stuff.
stepchild will get her TLC. She'll be back up and running for the summer with some more trips we have coming.
Yes.
But next up for us is Jeep Beach. We will be at Daytona Beach, Florida for Jeep Beach this year. Please come find us. Please come say hi.
And we will be at Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion.
We'll also be
and
there.
we will be at Jeepers Jamboree.
Yep, on the Rubicon
on
Trail.
the Rubicon Trail at the end of July. So if you want to come hang out with us at Jeepers, that's a party.
That's a party.
That's a party. If you guys want to actually come hang out, hit up Jeepers Jamboree. Go sign up.
Absolutely, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at LiteBriteStudios.com. As always, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Beck, how's that steering wheel work?
It's got manual like electric assist.
All right. What's up, Lite Brite?
Validation?
Are we saying it together?
I was saying it with you. Oh yeah, tell her, Jelly.
Okay. One more time. Are you saying it with me?
No, I'm not.
Okay.